Hey, welcome everyone. Pat Mitchell here with TrickTrades, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to set up a one monitor setup or a laptop setup using interactive brokers. I'm going to show you how to set up 4 order entry, 4 options chains, and 4 charts all on one monitor. Some people have difficulty with this, and this is exactly why I want to do this. So let's get right into the lesson. Let's make it short and sweet. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll check you on the other side, guys. Okay, let's get into how to set up a one monitor setup or a laptop setup for interactive brokers. So this is what we're going to set up. We're going to set all of this up with 4 charts where you can see your positions checked under summary, 4 options chains, and 4 order entry boxes. So first of all, we're going to start with a new layout. So you come down here to this plus tab, and let's hit it. So we can enter a name. We'll call this one monitor. Okay, so we got that. We're going to create it. There we go. So now it tells you to start here with a new window. So first of all, before we do all this, what we need to do is you gotta lock your screen. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to minimize, don't minimize the screen, just make it smaller, okay? And that's really important. It's the only way that we're gonna be able to get 4 options chains and 4 of everything, okay? So now that we've done that, you go into a new window. Let's start with order entry first. So we got 1. Drag it off your screen, okay? Now come back. Order entry again. Order entry. There we go. Drag it off your screen. Order entry. Make sure you're unlocked while you're doing this, okay? Order entry again. I know it's tedious, guys, but we got to go through the steps, okay? Order entry again. Now we have 4. You can only have a max of 4. We'll try 5. We'll see what happens. Oh, it gives us 5. So you can keep going. I personally use 4, so that's all we're going to use, okay? So now that we have those options chain or the order entry windows up, now let's get options chains. Same thing. We got 1. Let's go over another one. And another one. And a last one. Okay. So we got all of our order entries. And we've got all of our options chains. Now let's get our trading summary. Trade summary under order management. There we go. Now we can leave this one on because we only have the 1. That's fine. Now we need 4 charts, right? So I'm not going to go over how to set up charts in this, but don't grab the thumbnail chart, grab the chart. Okay, so we got 1. You got to go through the same rigmarole, folks. And yes, this is tedious, but you have to do it. This is how you have to set up interactive brokers, okay? So now that we have all of our boxes, everything that we want, you can take it off, okay? Now, resize it. Go back to full screen, okay? Let's move this, because this is where I put this. Keep it in the rough area. We're gonna make it smaller. Like this. Rough size for now. Now let's start placing our order entry. Now what you need to do is you come down to this box here in your Windows Manager. I don't know if, I think that's recording it, but all the way down in your taskbar. Now we start pulling up our order entry boxes. So start with the first one, boom, it pops up. Come over here, up in the corner, make it about that size, something like that, okay? Now let's come back, grab the next one, roughly the same size. We're gonna have to rescale these so then, you know, it's nice and neat and everything else. Oops, come on. Next one up to bat. Like I said, guys, I know it's tedious, but let's just go through the motions of it. Okay. So we'll start with the bottom. Now we can start resizing these a little more proper. Get it nice and neat. So you want them roughly the same size. Okay, now look, now you have 4 order entry boxes up. Something that you couldn't do before. Now let's go to the options chains. Same idea, come down to your taskbar. There, we got one. Then you keep going through all the motions. Nice and clean. You got 2. Now I use 4 because I watch 4 stocks right at the market open. So then I'm prepared, okay? So there's 3. Now let's do our last one. Got our 4th up. Resize that. Something like that. Okay, so now we have those up. Now let's grab our charts, okay? First up to bat. Actually, that's an extra one. There we go. So let's put that in this corner here to start, okay? So we got 1. Now we got 2. Now build it the exact same way I'm doing it. I'm doing this for a reason. I'm starting on this side for a reason. Now let's come back, grab our next chart. Somewhere in this neighborhood. Then last one. Okay, there you go. Now we can resize these a little bit, right? So let's come up with this a little bit because we want to make sure we can see all of our positions. Let's stretch this out. Now we can make the charts a little bit bigger. And yes, it's not exactly ideal to be working off of one monitor, right? But some of us, that's what we have to work with. And I want to make sure that you're all set up and good to go. So let's get all of this sized up. Nice and neat and clean. And that's all pretty close. So now what we want to do is unlink all of these charts. You can link it to the specific order entry and option chain. That's fine. I leave it off because when I trade options, I'm not necessarily looking at the options chart. I know that may sound goofy to some of you watching this, but that's how I trade. I'm very successful with it. So we got all of those unmarked. Let's type in the SPY. Okay, now we got the 1 minute chart up on SPY. Let's go Apple. I'm going to show you guys some of the stocks that I like to watch. Now let's go Nvidia. And then let's go AMD. I trade tech. So there we go. We've got all of these set up. All of them are unlinked. Now let's link. So then when we click on our specific strike price, it gets ordered. It gets automatically updated into our order entry. So let's go over that. Now, this one's already linked red, so we can leave that. Now, let's go down the group list. So this is group 2, group 2, group 3, group 3, and then last but not least, group 4, and then group 4. So now, let's take a look at the SPY. We're at 351, so let's say we want to short it. Let's type in SPY here, so then it triggers. Okay, so 351 puts. Okay, so you'll see here, did you see how this one isn't going over to the order entry box when I click it? That's fine. So what I want you guys to do now, you can lock this down and then try it. Okay, it still doesn't do that. Now let's try this one. Okay, so let's try, our next up to bat is Apple. Okay, you see how this one is linked? So that's fine. So let's say we wanted to short the 500 on Apple. Let's go over, let's find the 500 puts. Oh, sorry, that's right, they did split. So they split. So it tapped out at 130. So let's find the 130 puts. Let's get that rock and rolling. There you go. You got the 130 puts. Now let's make sure that all of these are in sync. So the next one is Nvidia. Let's do Nvidia. Don't worry, we'll get back to that top one and make sure it's all good. So Nvidia at 525. Let's say we want to go long the 520 calls. Come to the call side, click it, boom. 520 calls, it's good, it's locked and loaded. Now last but not least, AMD. Okay, this one is linked. So let's say we are going to go long at this support into the 184.80s. So we would grab the 84.80. So let's grab the 85 calls. There we go, locked and loaded. Now, since we're good to go, we're going to review on how to fix this problem. What I want you guys to do is first lock, unlock, okay? Then you would try it. We already know that doesn't work, okay? So then you go down the list. We have grouped up to group 4, so let's try group 5, all right? Okay, so this one's gonna link. Now let's just for the sake of argument, let's type in BA, just to make sure it's linked. Boom, it's linked. So let's go back to the SPY. Oops, 1 sec here, folks. Okay, there you go. So it's linked. We'll lock in those 350 puts. Good to go. You just have to single click it. Now you're good to go. Make sure, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe some of you guys want order confirmation. So when you hit buy or sell, you'll get that order confirmation. Okay. I don't want that. I want instant execution. You can come into your settings and go through order entry, and then you can fix it through there. Okay. I believe it's called rapid transmit. But now you have this. Let's go over our account and our summary. You can also put up portfolio, so you can come into new and you can click on portfolio. You can have that up in place of this. That's fine. I keep this up. This is how I do it. Now on summary, if you have a trade that's in this box and let's say you need to quickly enter it, make sure that you group this window, and I like to do it for my top window. Okay, so we have group 5. So group 5 is locked and loaded. Now, if you have other accounts, it's really easy to switch things around. You don't have to go on each one of these. You can simply come into your activity and summary, and then you click on this and you'll have all of your other accounts here. Okay, so that should get you guys going. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Again, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Show some support. And remember that Fallout Shelter podcast is back. It is 7 p.m. Friday nights. And we also have daily uploads going on Monday through Friday. So make sure to check them out. Again, guys, thanks for watching.